Okay, good day everyone, and we are now here on another lecture video. So in still design, no? So dito ay this question was posted on CE Board Exam Study Group, no? So what was actually posted, isa sa mga problems na pinost is itong lumabas noong CE Board May 2019. Ayan. So refer to the given tripod as shown. So sa unang tingin, baka akalain natin na this one is a statics of rigid bodies problem, pero upon closer look, hindi ito statics of rigid bodies. Ayan. So given na yung ating mga dimensions, I reflected here, no, para hindi na tayo maubusan ng time sa pag-i-explain. Ayan. So yung h, that is 1.35 meters. Ito yung a, 0.6 meters. Ito yung b, 1.35 meters. So kung mapapansin ninyo, yung ating member AD and yung ating member AC, they are symmetrical, no? They are the same and they are symmetrical, no? With respect to this axis, which is the x-axis. Tapos yung ating AB naman, ito, this one is 1.5, the same height pa rin, no? This is 1.35. So the y-axis is nandito, no? Yan yung vertical axis. Ito yung x-axis, ito yung z-axis. Ayan. So yung orientation ng axis, kailangan na you need to know, no, kung saan yung orientation ng ating axis para hindi tayo ma-confuse. Ayan, no? So ito yung given na orientation of axis. I don't know if this is the actual or the exact orientation. We're just basing from the published, no? Published sources. Ayan. So anyway, kung ito man talaga yung lumabas o hindi, we know how to deal with this kind of problems. Number 1, what is the allowable compressive stress of member AC? Ayan, ito yung member natin na AC. So pag sinabing allowable compressive stress, actually merong giniven dito na tawag dyan, table, no? But we will not use that table. Pakita ko sa inyo na yung steel design, although naka-tabular form na yung allowable compressive stress, naka-base pa din sa NSCP 2001. Ayan. So unahin muna natin to compute the length of member AC. Ayan. So the length of member AC, ito yun, no? So that is just the summation of x squared plus y squared plus z squared. Ayan. So yung x nito, this will be 0.6. Ayan, no? 0.6 squared. Yung y, ito yun, no? 1.35 squared. And yung z, ito yun, yung letter B, no? 1.35 squared. So makuha natin yung length of AC, that is 2.00 meters. So we will assume, unang-una, hindi naman binanggit na this is braced at the mid height, no? About the weaker axis. Wala din naman sinabing weaker axis. Ang binigay lang dito is yung area, radius of gyration, and yung Fy. So kung ano yung available dito, we will use that one, no? And dito naman, we will assume this is pin connected, no? Sa published version, hindi ko lang alam kung na-mention niya dito, no, na these are pin connections, no? All connections are pin connections. But anyway, we will assume that the connections are pin connections. So for example, in this case, itong ating AC, pag end-to-end pin connected, bale, ito na yung kanyang unsupported length, no? LU. Ayan, which is 2 meters. So yung K natin, that is the effective length factor, 1.0, no, for both ends pinned. Ayan, so pin dito tsaka pin dito. Ayan. I don't know kung na-mention sa published version, no? Parang wala itong mga dito. pin dito. Pero dito, hindi ko alam kung na-mention yan na pin connected din. So, we'll just assume na lang no, na pin connected for the sake of solving this. Usually naman yung K, it is given. Ayan, no? So, kung mapapansin ninyo sa mga recent board exams, ginigiven naman yung ating K. But anyways, if not given, for both ends pinned or hinged, ang K natin effective length factor is 1.0. So yung slenderness ratio natin KL over R, we will use whatever is available here. Binigay naman yung R diretso, so we'll just use that one, no? So 1.0, itong 2 meters, I just converted it into millimeter. So times 2,000 over R, which is 15.5. So ang makuha natin dito is 129.03. Ayan. Wala na yung unit kasi millimeter. Okay. So this one, ikumpara natin sa ratio, slenderness ratio limit. Actually, ito yung limit. This will be the limiting factor. Itong C, no? Or in some references, CC. The limiting factor kung alin yung mangibabaw. Kung if this is a short column or a long column. Ayan. So pag short column, konti lang yung magiging changes, no, sa FY. Pero pag long column naman, ang mananaig dyan yung tinatawag na backling. Ayan, no? So just a short recap. Sabihin natin ito yung ating column. So ang tendency kasi pag very long yung column, if this will be subjected to compressive stress, ayan, no? So magganyan yung column. So ayan. Pag intensile naman, hindi naman siya masyadong critical pag tensile kasi hihilain lang. Pag nag-compress kasi, there is a possibility na magganito, no? Ayan. So that will buckle. So mas critical actually itong compression kaysa sa tension. So ang ating C, this is given by the formula. This is the square root of 2 pi squared times E all over Fy. So lahat yan naka-square root. So solving that, yung ating E naman na ginagamit is 200,000. So ayan, no? Young's modulus of steel. 2 pi squared times 200,000 over 248 yung Fy. So that is equal to 126.17. So sabi natin ito yung limiting factor pag greater than yung ating actual steel actual ratio, no? Actual slenderness ratio sa limiting factor natin na C. So that is already a long column. Ayan. So pag long column yung gagamitin, ito yung ating formula, no? So pi square, ito 12 over 23 times pi squared E all over KL over R squared. So kung mapapansin ninyo dito sa ating formula, itong pi squared E all over KL over R squared, yan yung ating Euler's buckling load. Ayan, no? Euler's buckling load. So ito ngayon yung parang reduction factor niya, no? 12 over 23 or factor of safety. Basta ganyan, no? 12 over 23. Okay, so i-substitute natin. Ang 8 pa din natin, no? Sa E ng steel is 200,000. So 12 over 23 times pi squared times 200,000 all over KL over R. So ito naman yung KL over R natin, no? Quantity squared. So solving that, the allowable compressive stress for this member AC, that will be equal to 61.86. Pag ginamit natin yung table, halos magkakaparehas lang, no? Minimal lang masyado yung differences. Nagkakaroon siguro ng differences due to kailangan exact yung gagamitin, ayan, no? Or basta ganyan. Ayan. So the allowable compressive stress for AC, and sabi natin symmetrical man ito, no? Kung i-top view natin yan, parang ganyan yan, no? Ayan. So symmetrical man yan about the x-axis. So ito din, this is also the allowable compressive stress for member AD by symmetry. Ayan. So actually mas okay yung gamitin yung table, no? Ang pinapakita ko lang dito is nakabase pa din yung table sa NDCP 2001, no? Kasi allowable compressive stress pa din. Okay. Next question. Compute the maximum vertical load W that can be supported at A. So eto. Ano ngayon yung maximum vertical load W in kilonewton that can be supported at point A? Ito yun, no? So this one is downward, acting downward. So para makuha natin yan, kailangan din natin kunin yung allowable compressive stress muna dito, no, sa AB. So ang expectation natin dito sa AB, by the way, all forces in acting on AC, acting on AD, and acting on AB, they are all compressive, no? So ipakita lang natin mamaya. So yung allowable compressive stress for AC and AD, ayan, no, 61.86. So allowable force is just equal to the stress times the area. Ayan, no, stress times the area. Binigay naman yung area 690 square millimeter, so 61.86 times 690, this is equal to 42.86 kilonewton. So ang ginawa ko na lang, dinivide ko kaagad ng 1000 kasi ang magiging result nito, this is newton per square millimeter, this is square millimeter, so newtons. So divided by 1000, that will be 42.68 kilonewton. So yan yung allowable, no? Hindi yan yung actual. Yan yung pinaka-limit niya na compressive force. Ngayon, isolve naman natin yung allowable compressive stress for member AB. So dito, kunin din natin yung unsupported length, no, of AB. So this is just bali parang naging 2-dimensional lang ito. Ito, no. So this is 1.35, this is 1.5. So getting the length, actual length, so we'll assume that pag hindi binigay sa problem, we'll assume that it's unsupported, no? Ayan, all throughout. So this is square root of 1.5 squared plus 1.35 squared. This is equal to 2.018 or 2.02 meters. Ayan, no? So we'll assume that it is only supported at the endpoints and pin connected. So ibig sabihin 1.0 pa din yung ating maging K. The length niya, I just converted it into millimeter, that is 2018 over 15.5. So ito yung given, no, na radius of gyration. So this is equal to 130.19. This is still greater than yung na-solve natin kanina na limiting limit, no, na shrinkage, na slenderness ratio na C. Ayan, 126.17. So ang gagamitin natin, allowable compressive stress, ito pa din, no, 12 over 23 pi squared E all over KL over R quantity squared. So substituting, we have 12 over 23 times pi squared times 200,000 all over itong ating KL over R, this one, no, 130.19 quantity squared. So we get allowable compressive stress is 60.76 MPa. To get the allowable force, kasi force naman yung pinapahanap dito, we have the allowable force here, that is equal to 60.76, no? FA times A lang, no? Allowable stress times the area, 60.76 times 690, so 41.92. Halos hindi lang magkalayo, no? Dito is 42.98, dito is 41.92. Ngayon, ang ginagawa ng mga estudyante, pati matatalino, no? Pati mga matatalino na nabibiktima nito. I have seen bright students na ginagawa ito, at least sa mechanics of deformable bodies. So lahat ito, they are stretched out or they are limited, nililimit na kaagad sa mga allowable, no? Kaya yung magiging common error ngayon, Para sa AD, gagamitin na kaagad. AD and AC, gagamitin na kaagad ito, 42.68. Tapos para sa AB, ito na ulit yung gagamitin, 41.92. If we're going to solve that one, bali ang magiging resulta nito, hindi actually yan, tawag dyan, in equilibrium. Pag nag-summation of forces X tayo, no? Summation forces X. Pwede pa summation forces Z. Equilibrium yan, no? Kasi wala namang Z component itong AB. Pero summation forces X, dyan magkakaroon ng hindi siya equal to 0. Ayan na. So, note, ang magiging note natin, never use two allowable forces. Nahulog lang kasi na dalawa na lang ito kasi yung force sa AC, ganun din sa AD, no? There is no question about that. They are symmetrical. So, if they are symmetrical, same dimension, same etc., it follows na parehas yung load niya, no? No question to that. Kaya lang, if we have two allowable forces, hindi natin pwedeng gamitin yan simultaneously, no? So, we use one and solve for the other. Ayan. So, we use one and solve for the other. So, don't commit the same mistake. This mistake is also committed by even intelligent students, no? So, baka matrap kayo. Mahilig sa trap si Ma'am Praxis. So, pag natrap kayo, lalabas, no? Pag nilimit na ginamit nito 41.92, 42.68, lalabas yan sa choices, pero mali yan siya, no? So we need to use the proper. Pag mayroong allowable forces, wag niyong sabay na gagamitin. Use one and solve for the other. Kahit mga nakapublish na mga review books, nagkakaroon din, they commit this error. Ayan, kahit mga napublish na mga libro, they commit this error. So ulitin ko, kahit matatalino, nahuhulog dito. Kaya pag matalino pero careless, mapapalabas lahat ng nasa choices. So don't be careless, no? Matalino, kahit matalino ka, don't be careless, mapapalabas mo lahat ng nasa choices, no? So magkakaroon ka ng dilemma. Dilemma kung ano yung pipiliin doon kasi napalabas mo lahat. Whereas we need to stick to the proper way, no? Ayan. So, nag-given na natin ito. Ito ang mga allowable compressive forces. Para meron tayong idea, yung allowable kasi, kumbaga, yan yung pinaka-limit niya, no? So, the forces, yung actual niya, should be less than or equal to, para sa AC and AD, the actual compressive force should be less than or equal to 42.68 kN. Para naman sa AB, the allowable compressive force or the actual should be less than or equal to 41.92. Ayan, no? So, ganyan. So, unahin muna natin, isolve natin yung W. Ayan, no? So, let's establish yung ating mga forces. We have FAB, we have FAD, and we have FAC. Ayan. If you've been following this channel or this Facebook page for quite a while, na-discuss na natin kung paano mag-solve or paano i-derive ang mga forces in 3 dimensions. Ayan. Madalas na din ito lumalabas sa board exam, hindi na nawawala sa board exam itong 3D. No? So kakalabas lang itong November 2025, pero hindi naman ganun kalala yung lumabas na 3D. Ayan, no? So ganito, we will use tabular form. So we have the force, the X, Y, and Z, distances yan, no? And we have the D, that is just the square root of X squared plus Y squared plus Z squared. So unahin muna natin dito sa FAC. So dito sa FAC, from this point to this point, no, this is compressive up towards the point A. Kaya yung kanyang X Yung papunta doon yung positive, no? So, yung kanyang x component, ito man yun, no? This one. Yung hinighlight natin. So, that is equal to positive 0.6. Yung kanyang y naman, that is going upward, ito yun, no? That is positive 1.35. Going upward. Yung kanyang z naman, yung forward, yung paabante, yan yung positive. So, umatras man siya from this point, no? From this point to this point, umatras siya, no? Kaya, yan ngayon is magiging negative 1.35. Anyway, for getting 4D, nakuha natin ito kanina, no? That is just square root of 0.6 squared plus 1.35 squared. So, dito, kahit naka-negative yan, i-squared mo man yan, magiging positive. So, this is 2.0. Ayan. FAD. So, dito tayo sa FAD. This force, no? Ayan, papunta dito. So, we have yung distance niya from this point to this point, no? From D to A. Yung X niya, the same, no? 0.6. Yung Y niya, ito yun, no? Upward man din yan, no? Ayan. So, 1.35 positive. And this one, forward na siya, no? From D to here, forward na siya. Kaya, magiging positive. Ito. So, the same D, this is equal to 2.00. Ayan. So, saan lang nagkaiba? Sa sign ng Z. Tapos yung FAB naman, ito yun, no? Yung X niya, ito yun, no? From B to A, papunta siya to the left. So, kung to the left, that will be negative, no? 1.5. Tapos upward, 1.35. Positive, kasi upward man. And Z, wala siyang Z. Kaya, that will just be equal to square root of 1.5 squared plus 1.35 squared. So, this one is 2.018. Ayan. So, to find the X component, you just multiply the force times X over D. To find the Y component, multiply the force times y over d. To find the z component, multiply the magnitude of force times z over d. Ayan lang, no? So, hindi ko na isa-isahin ito. Maubos yung space natin. Diretso ko na, no? So, unahin natin, summation forces x is equal to 0. So, to the right is positive. Ayan. So, pwede na nating i-substitute actually to dito kasi naka-indicate na yung mga direction niya dito, no? Okay. So, FAC times X, which is 0.6 over D, 2.0. So, that is positive, going to the right. Then, FAD times 0.6 over 2.0. So, plus FAB, ito yung i-substitute natin, no? Negative 1.5 over ito, no? X over D, 2.018. This is equal to 0. By symmetry, yung force AC, that is equal to force AD. Ayan, no? By symmetry. Kaya, kinumbine ko na lang itong dalawa, I just made it into FAC. Ayan. So, pag-combine natin yan, 0.6 over 2, 0.6 over 2, plus 0.6 over 2, magiging 0.6 na lang, no? So, 0.6 FAC. Ang resulta naman ito, negative 1.5 over 2.018. This will be negative 0.743 FAB. So, solving for FAC, transpose ko lang ito sa kabila, no? Then, divide by 0.6. So, 0.743 over 0.6. Ang ating FAC, that is equal to 1.24 FAB. So, dito, actually, makompare na natin kung alin yung gagamitin, no? So, ganito. Pag sinubstitute natin yung FAC, that is equal to 42.68, ang magiging mangyari nito, FAB, that is just FAC over 1.24. So that is equal to 42.68 over 1.24. This is equal to 34.42 kilonewton, which is less than, no? So pasok siya dito, no? Kasi yung pinaka-limit niya 41.92. So ganyan yung analysis, no? You substitute one limit, then you solve for the other. So nagkataon naman na tama, no? Yung ating pag-substitute. Kasi pag ang ating sinubstitute dito na equation is AB, ayan, no? Lalagpas na yan yung AC natin dito, which is not allowed, no? Ayan. So ang gagamitin natin, we use FAC, that is equal to FAD, 42.68. FAB is 34.42. Ayan. So saka natin is summation forces Y is equal to 0. Ayan. So para makuha naman yung ating W, gamitin na natin ang summation forces Y along the Y-axis. So we have FAC times 1.35 over 2 plus FAD times 1.35 over 2. Ito yun, no? 1.35 over 2. Plus ito plus FAB times 1.35 over, ito yun, no? 1.35 over 2.018. So minus W, kasi that is the only thing downward, no? This is equal to 0. So i-transpose lang natin yung W, lipat natin sa kabila. Ayan, no? So we substitute here 42.68 dito, no? 42.68 times 1.35 over 2. Ganon din, FAD, 42.68 times 1.35 over 2 plus, ang gamitin natin, no, 34.42, no? FAB, 34.42 times 1.35 over 2.018. Ito yun, no? 2.018. So, ang ating W na makuha, this is equal to 80.64 kilonewton. So yung sagot nito hindi naman magkalayo pag ginamit natin yung ating table, no? Ayan. Next question. Paano naman pag if the load at A is horizontal, so ginawang horizontal yung ating load along the positive x-axis, dito yung ating W, no? Ayan. Compute the maximum value of the horizontal load. So, pinapahanap ngayon, ano yung magiging maximum value of this horizontal load. Paganyan, no? Yung ating W. So, ang mangyari dito, yung ating FAB, yan na lang yung maging compressive. Ayan, no? So, the rest, itong FAC, tensile na yan. No? Mahihila na yan kasi papunta na dito yung ating W. Ayan, no? So, I hope mapansin ninyo, no? W is going to the right. So, the only thing that is against that is itong FAB. Yung FAC and FAD, against din siya, pero mahila na siya. Kaya, ang applicable lang na compressive force natin, allowable compressive force, FAB should be less than or equal to 41.92 kilonewton. Okay. So, dito, ang magbago lang, hindi naman natin kailangan i-resolve. The only thing that will change here is the direction. Ayan, no? So, ipakita ko na lang yung FAC. Ngayon, that is going to the left. Kaya, negative 0.6. This one is going downward. Kaya, negative 1.35. But, yung Z niya, ito yun, no? So, positive 1.35. Ganun pa din, no? The same with FAD. Yung ating FAD is going to the left. That is negative 0.6. Going downward, papunta dito, no? So, that is negative 1.35. And going paatras siya. Ayan, no? So, that is negative 1.35. Pero ganun pa din yung kanyang D, 2.0. Yung FAB, hindi nagbago, no? So, yung ating FAB, hindi siya nagbago. Yung x niya, ito yun, 1.5. Tapos, negative yan, no? Kasi to the left. And going upward, 1.35, positive. So, walang nagbago. Ngayon, pag ginamit natin yung popular solution, ayan, no? Sometimes the popular solution, pero I will just clarify, no? Itong pinablish na solution kasi medyo shortcut. Ayan. So, ipaliwanag natin ng isa-isa. Ayan. And siguro, this solution is not similar, no? Yung approach niya lang ng una, the first approach is, ayan, no? Yan yung kinuha natin. Pero the process, hindi na siya magiging similar, no? So, ganito kasi ang mangyari. We will sum the moments at this line, CD. Ayan, no? We will sum the moments at this line, CD. Ang matira na lang, itong W, tsaka ito yung FAB. Ayan, no? So, ang ating kuha naman, FAC, hindi na kayang paikutin itong line CD, no? Ganon din yung ating FAD. It will not rotate the line CD. The only forces that is going to rotate that are going to rotate is FAB and W. Ayan. So, yan yung suggested ng popular o published solution, no? So, we have W. Ang lever arm niya ito, no? Ito yun. That is the lever arm, ito yung W. So that is clockwise, no? So we'll assume na lang na clockwise positive. Pag ganyan, no? Clockwise positive. So we have W times the lever arm. This one is 1.35. Ngayon, yung ating FAB, to avoid confusion na lang, pwede man natin ilagay dito, no? Kaya lang, to avoid confusion, no? Na pag ganyan, tapos pag ganyan, baka ma-confuse. Dito ko na lang nilagay, no? Ayan, yung ating FAB. To avoid confusion and para ipakita na this one is compressive, no? Kasi pag dito natin pinakita, baka hindi natin paniwalaan, no? Ayan, compressive siya. Although tama naman na dito natin ilagay, walang problema. Pero baka hindi natin masyadong matanggap na compressive siya. So, mas maganda kung saan mas convenient natin tingnan, no? Kahit di bali ng mas, ang tawag dyan, di bali ng mas mahaba. Basta convenient at matanggap natin. Kaysa naman sa maiksi, Caltech na sobrahan sa shortcut, hindi naman natin naintindihan, hindi natin ma-appreciate, wala din, no? So we need to understand yung solution that is convincing and convenient to us. Hindi yung ipilit natin na yung solution na maiksi pero hindi naman nakakakumbinsi sa atin. Ayan, no? Parang hindi natin matanggap or mapaniwalaan kaagad. So, yung ating FAB, dito ko na lang ilagay, no? So, magkakaroon niya ng dalawang component, FABX and FABY. Ayan. Ayan, no? So, we have FABX. Yung kanyang lever arm, same with the W. This one is 1.35. Tapos, yung FABY, ito yung kanyang lever arm, no? So, always remember, the lever arm is just the perpendicular, no? Ayan. Kaya niyang paikutin itong ating line CD. So, hindi ko na siya masyadong i-detalye. We have discussed this one, no? Mas mahirap pa ngayon na discuss natin on our previous. So, just check it out on our previous videos in statics of rigid bodies. So, i-substitute natin dito yung ating FAB. Muna i-substitute natin kaagad kasi ito lang naman yung unknown dito sa ating problem. Ayan, no? FABX is FAB, yan yung 41.92 times negative 1.5 over 2.018. So dito ni-reflect ko na lang kaagad yung negative dito na sign, no? Ayan. Or by the way, as previously, kung naalala niyo pala, magiging meaningless itong mga negative and positive sign pag pinag-uusapan yung moment. Kaya dito, pag nag-moment tayo, instead of negative, naging positive na, no? So, ang maging tendency kasi nitong dalawang forces, that is clockwise, no? Yung FAB clockwise about this point or this line CD, yung FABX clockwise din, no? They will tend to create a clockwise rotation about the line CD. So itong mga signs na ito, hindi natin siya consider kung ano yung counterclockwise rotation, yung negative, kasi inassume natin clockwise positive. Ayan. So just for clarification, so this will be negative 41.92 x, no, 1.5 over 2.018 times 1.35, ayan yung lever arm, minus 41.92, ayan yung ating FAB. Ang y niya naman 1.35 over 2.018, ayan yun, ayan yung y component. Tapos the lever arm, ang lever arm nito is ito, no, 0.6, ayan, 0.6, ayan, this force, this is equal to 0. So we have W that is equal to 43.62 kilonewton. Hindi din malayo sa solution ng published or popular solution. Ngayon, ang para sa akin lang naman, no, although hindi naman in-specify, hindi nga natin alam kung ito yung lumabas, no, but pag hindi in-specify, we'll just assume na lang, no, na itong allowable compressive force, ito lang kasi yung nandun sa table, no? Wala namang provision for tensile force. Ayan. But if we are going to check this, no, baka naman siguro lumagpas yan sa tension. Ang gagawin natin, let's just sum the forces about the X, no? So ayan, and we will check this one. Okay, so we have negative, no? So negative FAC times X nya is 0.6 over 2. Ayan, no? Kasi to the left man siya. Ganon din sa FAD, ang kanyang X is 0.6 over 2. Ayan, no? Nauna ko na lang malagay yung negative sign dito. Nalabas ko na lang. Ayan, no? Pwede nyo namang ipasok muna sa loob. Yung FAB naman, ito yun, no? Times negative 1.5. So dito, hindi na meaningless kasi summation forces X over 2.018. So the only thing that is positive here is itong W. Ayan. Now, since FAC is equal to FAD by symmetry, we just combine them. This will just be equal to 0.6 over 2 plus 0.6 over 2. 0.6 na lang, no? So negative FAC times 0.6 plus 41.92 times negative 1.5 over 2.018. So plus 43.62. So ang naging resulta naman ang FAC, which is equal to FAD, 20.77. Ayan, ito yung kanyang actual tensile force. Pag chinek natin yan, the allowable tensile strength, usually pag hindi binigay talaga, no, pag hindi binigay, allowable tensile strength 0.60 Fy. Ayan. Okay, so ang gagamitin natin, the allowable tensile load, gano'n na lang, no, 0.60 times Fy times area gross, no? So that is the allowable tensile strength. We do not expect that this one will rupture, no, nahihiwalay. Yung rupture kasi hihiwalay. Dito naman mag-yield lang, no, tensile yielding. So ito 0.60 times 248 times 690. Ayan, no? Ayan yung ating 0.6 Fy times Ag. So, ang allowable tensile strength naman, this is equal to 102.67 kN. So, the actual FAC less than the allowable FAC. So, okay siya. No? Okay naman pala. Pag ganitong approach lang. No? So, ang nangibabaw lang dito is eto, 41.92 kN. Although on my part naman, parang nahirapan ako na tanggapin. So, I just needed to check. Okay naman pala. Ayan, no? So, although on my part, medyo nahirapan akong tanggapin siya na hindi nakasama sa analysis. Actually, itong checking na ito, wala na ito sa published solution. Ayan, no? For me naman, I just needed to be sure. No? Although hindi naman binanggit doon sa problem, hindi nga natin alam kung ito yung actual na talagang lumabas, no? Pero pag hindi binanggit sa problem, siguro mas maganda na we just disregard, no? We just disregard. Ako lang naman is I just check, no? So okay siya pag ang magiging basihanan natin for tensile, no, is 0.60 Fy. Malaki-laki nga siya, no? Ang ibig sabihin niyan is hindi siya masyadong critical for tensile. Hilahin lang naman, so wala namang problema kung hilahin. Ang makakaroon ng problema yung compressive, no? That is buckling. Ayan. So, ito lang man na yung pinublish ng solution. Tapos, ito lang man din yung merong provision, no? Allowable compressive force. Ngayon, if you are going to investigate, paano naman pag yung ating analysis is sinama natin yung FAC and FAD. Ayan. Okay. So, nakuha na natin ito kanina, no? Allowable tensile force. Ito yun, no? 102.67 para sa AC and AD. So, for tensile yan, no? 0.60 Fy. So, nireflect ko na lang dito kaagad, no? Ayan. So, ganun pa din. We just summation forces Y muna, no? Ayan. So, we have FAB. Yan lang yung positive kasi paakyat yan. FAB times 1.35 over 2.018 minus FAC times 1.35 over 2.00. Ganon din. FAD minus times 1.35 over 2.0. So, pababa man yan. So, that is equal to 0. Since FAC is equal to FAD, kinumbine ko na lang, no? So, yung FAB times 1.35 over 2.018, ito yung 0.67 FAB. Tapos, ito, kinumbine, over 2 over 2, mag-cancel out lang yung over 2, no? So, ang matira, minus 1.35 FAC. So, leaving us, pag tinanspose natin sa kabila ito, then divide by 0.67. So, we have FAB. This is equal to 2.01 FAC. Ayan. So, pag sinubstitute natin, if FAB is 41.92 kN, so FAC is just equal to FAB over 2.01. So, that is equal to 20.71 kN. 41.92 over 2.01. So, hindi siya actually nagkalayo, no? Pag checking natin kanina, ito yun, no? Ang nakuha natin, pag checking, 20.77, 0.018 lang yung kuwan, no? Tawag dyan. Ayan, 0.018. So, ito na yung ating gagamitin, no? FAB, 41.92. FAC, that is 20.71. No? Hindi nagkalayo. Kaya, summation forces X, dito na natin i-substitute, no? Negative FAC times 0.6 over 2, because that is going to the left. Negative FAD times 0.6 over 2. Ito yan, no? 0.6 over 2, X over D. And negative FAB or nauna ko na lang i-minus to dito, no? So, plus FAB times negative 1.5 over 2.018. So, plus W, kasi yung W, yan na lang yung positive, no? Ayan. So, since FAC is equal to FAD, pinag-isa na lang natin, no? That is just 20.71 yung gagamitin, no? 20.71, 0.6 over 2, 0.6 over 2, kinombine, maging 0.6 na lang. Plus 41.92 times negative 1.5 over 2.018 plus W. So, solving for W, ganun pa din, no? W is 43.6 kilonewton. Ayan. So, dito, para sa akin, medyo matanggap ko na. Kasi yung previous, although tama naman yung solution, pero hindi niya na-include itong FAC and FAD. Although wala namang provision, pero mas maganda siguro na i-investigate natin, no? So, wala namang complicated para sa tensile force. 0.60 Fy lang yan, no? Sa allowable compressive force lang yung maraming values. Ayan. So, I hope marami kayong natutunan dito sa ating lecture video sa steel design. I am inviting you recorded lecture videos in steel design from civil engineering past board problems. Dinidiscuss natin from November 2021 to November 2025. So, message nyo lang dito na page. Very affordable, no? Kung nagse-self-review kayo, wala ka na kayong pambayad sa review center, wala kayong pag-subscribe sa mga kuan, no? Wala kayong pang-subscribe, dito na naka line up na ito, no? By topic, hindi by year. Ayan, by topic ito, no? Beams, purlins, bolted connections, welded connections, columns. Ayan. Yan lang naman kasi yung mga meta topics pagdating sa steel design.